All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Pre-Tourney podcast for Queen City event number 2, Lake Hartwell. On the podcast tonight, I have one special guest, and then I also have Blaine. Blaine is going to kind of give us a
Michael,
quick.
I think you're muted.
Am I muted again? What in the world? No, I'm not muted. I can. Gosh darn it. Bennett, text me if you can hear me. Because Blaine can't hear me, but I can hear him. Okay, he left. Once Blaine gets back on, guys, he's going to give us a quick little run through of the rules, what the event's going to look like for us today, tomorrow morning. No, Jesus. I am having a... Okay, Blaine is back. All right. Can you hear me, Blaine?
Yes, I can. Sorry about that, buddy. I heard the whole intro. I don't know what happened there.
Okay.
But...
Well, if you want to take over real quick.
What is going on, folks? For those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Blaine Upton. I am the Assistant Tournament Director to Vinny here with Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing. I'm also the Paddle Sports Master Outfitter at Muddy Bay Marine. So if you guys need anything kayak-wise, make sure you give me a call. We are super excited for Event 2, Lake Hartwell, presented by Visit Anderson, South Carolina in beautiful Anderson, South Carolina. We're going to be up in the upstate chasing after spotted and largemouth bass in one of my favorite times of the year to fish that lake. It is for sure to be a shootout. I am going to go do my quick spiel here and let Mike have the floor up there. So as usual with Queen City, we are doing a 4-fish limit. We do not allow fish clips anymore. We are not doing the Yak Attack leaderboard, just catch products board. Just a couple of reminders there. Always good as a tournament angler to go and refresh yourself on the rules prior to fishing an event, especially since we've got some guys double dipping with Georgia. So let's just make sure. Me and Steve-O love to run a clean ship, and I just want to make sure that all the rules are known. So it would be really helpful if everybody would just go and refresh yourself, because this is event 2 of the year. So, we could have a little bit of rust on the table. We're going to do launch at 6:45. First cast will be 7. Last photo will be at 2:59:59. Last submission would be 4:30. And we will meet everybody at the Hilton right off exit 19 off of I-85 around 4:30 and begin all the festivities. I've got all the awards. I've got the banners. Everything looks good. So we are very excited. Dominoes and water will be provided. So if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me either on Messenger or at 803-381-2833. But I'm looking forward to seeing some huge bass. And please don't let me down.
Thanks a bunch, Blaine.
No problem, man.
All right. All right, guys. So I have a special guest on tonight. I thought this is the perfect person for the event because he's a local around here, and I think some of you are going to get real excited when you see who it is. We got the man himself, Mr. Bennett Nall. What's up, Bennett?
What's up? How are you, man?
Good. How about you, man?
Been good.
I've been on Hartwell 2 days in a row now, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it.
Gonna come take all of our money?
Did you practice?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I ran the lake Saturday, Sunday. I'm not gonna be able to practice anymore, so that was kind of it. But I had a big cold front come in, so no telling what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
there's really no telling. But I did notice that there's a little bit of everything happening right now, and I mean like everything. I've been catching them deep on the main lake. I've been catching them on points. I've been catching them shallow on the main lake. I've been catching them on docks, staging stuff, secondary points, way up the rivers. They're literally everywhere right now. Like I'm gonna just do a little bit of everything and maybe it'll stick.
Yeah.
But no, right now is like the perfect time to fish Hartwell. This is when you see the biggest bags come out of Hartwell now and the pre-spawn. And a lot of these fish are still pre-spawn. A few of them have already come up, bed, done their thing, moved off. Some of them are post-spawn, and then there's still going to be some moving up, trying to make a bed even this weekend. So I'm really excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, same. I noticed there was something that was similar in everything that you were catching the fish on, and it was Main Lake.
Well,
most of the fish are going to be Main Lake still, right? With the water, because water temperature where I was at because I was out today, it was in the mid 50s all the way to like 57. So I imagine they still haven't like made the big shift all the way to the back. I did go to the back of this little pocket that had some water flowing in, and there was a bunch of bait, but all the bass that were in there were all small. So I'm thinking the bigger ones are still a little bit out, but I could totally be wrong on that.
Well, you're not wrong. There's a lot of the Main Lake, but there's also a lot of big bags being caught in the back of creeks right now. Like a lot of big bags.
Really?
I know a couple boaters that have been out there whaling on them, catching 20-pound bags in the back of creeks. So I mean, it's happening. I mean, they're back there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those few times a year when you really don't know where you want to put yourself. I mean, you can fish the Main Lake and do just fine and go catch spots and maybe mix in a big largemouth. You go up and kind of swing for the fences and just fish the dirty water and try and catch just a 20-pound bag, one of those, mid to high 70-inch bags. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know which one's going to take it because there's a winning bag in about every pocket on this lake right now. It's honestly ridiculous.
Yeah. I've been to some vast areas in the lake, and you're right, like they're everywhere. And I've been seeing a lot of people, like I have a lot of Facebook friends who just fish Hartwell for fun, and everybody's catching 17, 18, some 20s. Like it seems like the whole lake is on fire right now. So I think it's going to be, what do you think it's going to take to win it?
I'm going to go 76 to win.
76? Oh, my goodness.
I think I'm going to end up being surprised. Someone's going to find that random stretch of docks where they just pulled up or something. I don't know. But one thing I can guarantee is that if you fish, if you come out this weekend, you're going to catch fish. Like I guarantee both days I caught 15-plus fish a day. I'm just kind of messing around. It's not hard to get a bite right now.
No.
But it might be hard putting a limit of those 18 to 19-plus entries together. That's going to be the difficult part.
You think it'll be a mixed bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of big spots caught, and a lot of kicker largemouth too. Those guys that go and chase that dirty water, they're going to find a big one. Yeah.
You think we'll see one of those magnums that we saw a couple years ago? Jeremy Heath.
I don't think we're going to see a Jeremy Heath fish.
No,
we might. They're in there. There's at least 2 of them in that lake.
Yeah.
Still swimming somewhere maybe.
Yeah, there's some giants. This same time last year, I believe someone in another event caught. It wasn't in Queen City. I don't know what it was, but somebody caught a 25-incher last year too in the spring. So they're freaking in there, man.
And he was back in that dirty water too. So I mean, they're back there.
Yeah,
it's not my strong suit. If I had more confidence fishing it, that's where I'd be. But so my plan personally, full transparency, I'm gonna run 3 to 4 boat ramps Saturday and just see if I can find them because they're moving this time of year. So we're gonna see. But no, I'm excited for this one. I don't think I'm gonna take this one. I don't think I'm gonna be taking home a first place trophy in this one by any means. But it's gonna be a fun one for sure. There's gonna be a lot of fish catches. Your people are gonna catch big ones. Like it's gonna be a really fun event. I'm looking forward to it.
I think there'll be a lot of limits around 70 inches. I bet you 7 or 8. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Around 80?
No, 7 or 8 limits that catch 70. I think.
Oh, over 70. There'll be at least that. At least that. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Sorry, I was gonna say hopefully we get more people to sign up. It's I know like a lot of people like to sign up last minute, so you never know how many people we're gonna get until like the night before. So
yeah. No, it should be a good one. Only reason I'm not signed up is because my paycheck comes in tomorrow. So that's what I'm waiting on. But no, I'll be in there. It's gonna be a fun one, and honestly can't wait.
Same.
Like I've been catching on a lot of different kind of baits too, moving baits, slow baits, finesse, whatever. They've been eating a lot of different stuff. Like it's not like any one thing is dominating right now. It's I really feel like this time of year and on Hartwell you can really just fish your strengths and do just fine.
You just have to know where to look, right?
I don't know where to look. I'm lost.
Yeah, I caught some on. I've caught them on a flat side crankbait, nothing big, and then I caught a bunch on a minnow, and one on a glide bait.
Oh boy.
Well, you wasn't that big, but he ate it. He chomped it up.
I was about to ask how big that one was.
Yeah, I was hoping a big one, but no, it was a little guy. But I had a lot come out and look at it, so that was a good sign.
Yeah, and the good thing though is that we've got this warming trend coming in tomorrow, and well, I guess really today and tomorrow, and then Saturday's supposed to be in the 80s. So, these fish are just pulling up. They haven't seen a lot of baits up shallow like that. Hopefully they'll be nice and dumb for everybody.
Yeah,
and everybody's going to crack them. I think this is a really good warming trend. If it stayed cold, I might would be stressing a little bit for everybody. But this is one of those ones where like anybody can win this thing. Honestly, just going down the bank, even just because they can literally just decide to pull up, and it's one of those times a year too where you can go fish down the bank, 2 times in the morning, and then come back last hour of the day, and they can just all of a sudden be there. So it's also one of those kind of deals where you just, it's kind of hard to predict, but when you run into them, you run into them,
That's springtime fishing. I think a lot of people are it's a little weird because I'm sure this is the beginning of the week if you got out there and pre-fished, and then you had that cold front, and now it's warming, and Saturday is going to be super windy, not like crazy, but like enough wind, good kind of wind where it's not like knocking you around, but it's going to push the fish in certain areas. I think I'm just guessing on that, but it's going to be a nice south warm wind. and it's going to get into the 80s. So there's going to be some moving bait bites for sure. Jerk bait, crank bait. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be an awesome event. So if you guys have not signed up and you're thinking about it, do it. This is going to be really, and like Bennett said, anybody could do it. Like it's kind of crazy. Like were you saying that like they just pull up like that? This happened to me a couple of years ago on Murray in the spring. I was fishing like a smaller event, but there was this row of docks. It was super cold in the morning. I fished them. Not a single bite. Fished all over the place. The sun got up, and it was directly hitting those docks. Gave them like a couple hours, and then I went back to the same row of docks. Every single dock had a fish on it. I ended up winning the tournament on that row of docks, and it was like magic. They were not there, and then all of a sudden, the sun was beaming on them. They got under there, and they were biting every single dock just about. And I was catching 16s, 17s, 18s on pretty much every single dog. It was pretty unbelievable. So same thing could happen at Hartwell. The cool thing, like you said, like there's so many things you could do. There's dirty water, there's clear water, there's deep, there's shallow, there's 2 rivers that come in. It is going to be, there's just that's why like Hartwell is probably one of my favorites, is because it is just like a lake where you literally can do so many things. You have spots and big largemouth. There's areas that like, you know where to look. There's a lot of big largemouth, and I'm sure same thing with big spots, but I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know how to catch the big spots yet. Probably shaking a minnow. I was doing that a little bit of that today, but I was catching like 15s and 16s.
Yeah, no, there's I think honestly that this time of year a winning bag could be caught with spotted bass. I think it's doable. I don't think it's very likely with the caliber of largemouth that are in Hartwell, but it's definitely doable.
Could somebody catch 80 inches of spotted bass? Is that possible on Hartwell?
It's possible, but you have to hit it perfect. So if you're running points and you find a point where the spotted bass decide they want to pull up in bed all of a sudden, that's very doable. There's an MLF tournament last year that one of the Robinson twins, I believe, won the MLF tournament fishing for bedding spotted bass, and he weighed in just over 20 pounds of all spotted bass. So very doable, but it's kind of one of those things you got to hit it perfect. But those fish will pull up, and then they'll pull off really quick. They won't just sit there for days like a largemouth will. So it's a little bit different.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there's also going to be some bedfish caught. I'm sure of it.
Really?
I know of a number of big females that were caught last week, and the water temp in the back of the coves is still in that high 50s, and with it warming up, there's going to be some more looking to bed. So if that's your thing, you can find it if you know where to look for sure.
Dang. Yeah. I didn't think that. I just after like being on the water today, I was like, the water's still really cold. We just had a cold front, but they're still just like when we were in Texas, right? Like it was freezing and blowing wind, and there were still lots of bass spawning. So I've heard a lot of people are saying it's more about the light penetration more than anything. So the days are getting longer, the sunlight is out longer, and if the water's clear enough, that's more likely to make them spawn. Because it seems like no matter how cold it is, if it's around this time of year, they're still spawning. When I lived in Colorado, this is crazy. They'll spawn in like May and June, and it was snowing.
Oh wow!
I'm not kidding you. One day it was like late May, early June. This is ridiculous, but this is actually right when I left. But it was snowing out, and there was fish on the bed, like all over the place. Like I used to walk around the bank and just bed fish. I was bed fishing. Snow is coming down, so I don't think they care about the temperature as much as people think they do. So they're definitely spawners, but
we don't know anything about snow in May and June. That's a foreign concept.
Yeah, it was nuts. Ridiculous. That was my sign. Don't ever come back.
Yeah, right.
I like it. You're nice and warm, but it's actually warmer there right now than it is here, weirdly enough.
Well, Saturday's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be warm, but there's going to be just enough wind to keep you cool, and there's going to be just enough wind to keep the fish eating too. Yeah. So honestly, couldn't ask for better conditions. It's going to be a little bit breezy, but it's a good kind of breezy. It's not going to be like where it's a pain to fight against it kind of thing. It's going to be about perfect.
Don't avoid it. Don't always avoid it. Sometimes the wind is really good. It is sometimes going to be really good.
Giving everybody tips to take my money.
Yeah. Well, okay, but I will say this though. I have had a couple times this, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but like a nice warm wind is good, but like when it's a freezing cold wind, they don't like that. That's been my experience. But I could be way off on that. But I feel like they're like me, like they want to get out of that cold wind. They go to the other side. I don't know.
Well, it depends on time of year and what they're doing. I mean, in the winter, wind is winds. They don't mind, but this is still going to be a warm wind blowing the warm water into areas. So I mean, it's what you want. You don't want a dead slate day on Hartwell this time of year. You want a little bit of wind, and it's going to be good.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you so much for getting on. I think this is a really good one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. I knew Bennett was going to be a good one to bring on. Hopefully, we'll see. He might take all of our money on this one. This is it'll be interesting. Or Jeremy will just do what Jeremy does and kick our butts. We'll see.
Probably it's anyone's game though. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't trying to add another trophy to this wall right here. So
same.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, have a good night.
You too, Lane.
Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. We'll see you hopefully at the weigh-ins. If I'm not too far away from the ramp this time, I'll make it. But y'all have a good night.